A growing concern about equal representation going on here in Ottawa County. Before the Board of Commissioners meeting on Tuesday, more than a dozen protesters came out to express their frustration by recent commissioner appointments. One commissioner described it as a way to end the drama going on here inside the Fillmore complex.
This rally was the result of an on-track call to action to our membership and beyond to protest the current commissioner assignments.
Joe's assignments stifle dissenting voices and limit the diverse perspectives necessary for effective governance.
People are voicing their frustration for a situation they feel is limiting their voice.
Please at least be honest about your intentions. It feels like instead of where freedom rings, our county motto should be where Joe Moss wants to reign.
Chairperson Joe Moss has the authority to appoint board members to serve on Ottawa County standing committees.
This attempting to silence commissioners who are not aligned with Ottawa Impact results in limiting the representation of their constituents.
People are saying this is political vengeance. What's your thoughts about that?
Definitely not.
The committees focus on issues like finance, strategic planning, and health and human services. These committees act as a first step before the board's final approval. Vice Chairperson Sylvia Rode feels the changes will allow more of a focus on the work.
I think a priority this year for us is to have less drama in our county, and there has been a fair amount of drama on committees on a weekly basis. And so I very much support this move towards less drama and more getting work done.
The board majority initially held 29 seats on the 7 standing committees. 3 board members who often oppose a board majority were placed on 1 each. Commissioner Jacob Bonema was one of them.
If my voice is not heard on that subcommittee, it basically gets silenced. Those items, move on to the board, and then I don't get to really weigh in on everything because some things get killed in committee and don't ever see the light of day in the main board meeting.
While Rode agreed with the appointments.
I would just say that the committee assignments were based on merit and trust, and that I agree with the committee assignments.
In a surprise move, Moss at the last minute opening up the strategic planning to all commissioners. Now every board member is on at least 2 committees.
That's good. But of course, finance and administration is very important. It's a place where my voice has been heard quite a bit this last year, thankfully, and as I advocate for things like Ottawa food and some of the things that represent well-being and services to the people of Zeeland and Zeeland Township and Holland Township.
Board members do have the chance to voice their opinions at the 2 regularly scheduled board meetings a month, meetings that in 2023 average more than 4 hours.
A lot of what the board does on the day-to-day is pretty standard and non-controversial, and so I don't think there's going to be a big change in the way that you're thinking.
Last year, Moss made a change to allow board members on any standing committee. A year later, he followed the previous board decisions where the chairperson makes the appointments themselves.
Normally, committees are smaller than the whole board. Traditionally in Ottawa they are, and so what we did this year is went back to 5-person committees.
Commissioner Doug Zalsha pointed out that the previous chairperson would normally excuse themselves from committees in order to make room for other commissioners, a move Moss says would limit the people he serves. Reporting in Ottawa County, I'm Matt Witkos, Fox 17 News.
Meanwhile, Ottawa County's administrator may take legal action if the Board of Commissioners votes to remove him in a move seemingly out of the blue. An attorney representing John Gibbs sent a letter yesterday to Commission Chairperson Joe Moss. It emphasizes that Gibbs' contract with the county runs through January 2nd of 2026, and it goes on to say there is no basis to terminate my client for cause, adding, should the board or its lawyers attempt to get creative in that vein, be advised that the full extent of legal options available to Mr. Gibbs will be used. The attorney also referenced an ongoing investigation into, quote, the board's violation of law against Mr. Gibbs. What those violations might be were not mentioned, but the attorney did promise a follow-up letter with the investigation's conclusion by next Wednesday. Now, the letter did specifically reference today's board meeting. Fox 17 was there, and Gibbs' employment status was not publicly discussed, though on the meeting agenda, there was a planned closed session for commissioners to discuss an ongoing lawsuit which alleges age discrimination by Administrator Gibbs.